Sit.
Okay, so...
I didn't say speak. I didn't say speak. High five.
That's just a very confusing.
Guess I should look up the year. I think this was 91. All right, welcome to episode 62,
we're recording?
63, whenever. Hey, everybody, welcome to Talking Over Realms. I'm your host, Fred, and then here we are with... Introduce yourselves. That's the thing that people do in shows. And
I'm Mrs.
stuff.
Kinnear.
And I'm Jason the Magnificent.
I am he who shall not be named,
And this is Ziggy.
whose
Ziggy,
job shall not be named.
Speak.
Yeah,
come
Ziggy
on.
has opinions.
Speak.
Ziggy, speak.
Speak.
Good boy.
Oh, wow. I thought this was like 92. This album came out in 96. All right, well, we're finally doing Talking Heads, our namesake. I feel like our recording thing is going to crash here, probably.
Because we're violating something?
Yeah, but we're finally doing the Talking Heads, in case anyone didn't get it. This is what the podcast is named after.
Because David Byrne is the god.
Yeah, so our first one is their last. I still count it. Like, I don't know how you judge what's canon and what's not. It kind of doesn't get thrown in there because it's not technically the Talking Heads. It's just the Heads. Because I think David Byrne sued them so that they couldn't tour or use the name. But whatever, it's the rest of the band.
I have a question.
96.
Possible we should get into it later in the album, but why doesn't he wear shoes?
He does most of the time.
I
think it's just a thing he's doing now.
He's like one of those artistic fellows.
All right.
He's also autistic.
He's artistic and autistic.
Asperger-tistic.
For real? Okay.
Probably not.
Have you never seen an interview with him? He's super autistic. He's a wonderful human being.
You don't think he's just
very,
weird?
very autistic.
There's nothing wrong with being weird.
Nice.
I like weird.
And I think that was the big rift. I mean, I don't want to get into this stuff because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I think that was a big rift in the band because a lot of it was before there was the awareness. So they didn't really understand. So it caused a huge rift in the band because they just thought he was some unfeeling.
That he was just being a dick.
Yeah, that he was just a cold person that could not relate to.
I get that a lot.
So
they go into cooking a lot. Did you know that?
Ah.
Music and food. It's interesting to me.
I did not put enough wine in that glass.
Byrne? Is it Byrne? Did you say Byrne, B-U-R-N, or do you say it Byrne?
Well, he has nothing to do with this, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, he's out. Never mind. Him.
So their last proper album was Naked. That was 88.
It's Teresa.
They officially broke up in 91, and this album was 96.
Out of spite?
They were going to tour without him, and then they got sued. I've only done a little bit of reading on this or whatever. But so they put this out and had a bunch of guest singers. I will name a few to whet your appetites.
Thank you.
If I can
what
find
is going on here? This is a whole thing I guess I wasn't paying attention to.
Yeah, there's it's all the Talking Heads except for David Byrne, and they just get guest singers. So they have Jeanette, how do you say her name? Napolitano, Jeanette, Michael Hutchins, Richard Hell,
you gotta pause on Jeanette
Maria McKey, Sean Ryder, Ed Kolachik from Live, Andy Partridge from XTC.
Damn, Andy Partridge.
Jeanette Napolitano is the greatest.
But just a little bit more of their history. There's
you don't like pickles. Shush.
David Byrne.
No, the other guy.
John Lennon.
Pause.
I'm hoping nobody can hear me chewing, but if you can hear me chewing, this is the greatest pickle of all time.
Adrian Belew. Anyway, Adrian Belew, super guitarist, played with Frank Zappa, David Bowie, King Crimson. He played with Talking Heads for a while. He's very much like David Byrne. I don't know, eccentric stage personality, good songwriter, and he played with them for a while. He would have been a seamless transition. I know musicians are busy and he's probably doing something else. He's probably with King. No, he wouldn't have been with King Crimson at this point, but whatever. Or he might have been. I don't know. He seems like a really obvious choice to fill in for David Byrne leaving, but
be the new lead singer.
Yeah, and it's weird because he was in the band for a couple tours, I think, and I'm surprised they didn't even get him to do one song on here. But let's get it started. That's all the history of this I know. Here's Damage I've Done.
Here's 5 years after the last.
Here's Jean.
Just tell me James Taylor is not going to be involved in this in any way, shape, or form.
Just kidding. This is him. Here's Damage I've Done. Here's Jeanette.
It was all a ruse. It's just a James Taylor album.
Why is this paused? Yeah, I haven't listened to this in a long time. I remember liking it, but we'll see.
Just the head.
So fine, I get it. It's not technically it's the Talking Heads.
Mm-hmm.
David Byrne wasn't the Talking Heads. I mean, he was a lot of it, but they were still a great band. Yeah, boy, I haven't listened to this in at least 4 or 5 years, so I'm curious to see how it connects with what influences are really missing from David Byrne being gone.
Oh, that's Napolitano.
Because another point of interest that's relevant to this is Tina and Chris from the band, husband and wife. They had a side project called the Tom Tom Club. Their hit was sampled by Mariah Carey, the song Fantasy. Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby. Anyway, that was their song Genius of Love. They were also a quirky kind of 80s synth dance band thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just download this song right now.
So it's just interesting when you take an ingredient out and see how the rest of the meal functions.
Well,
Sounds like a song she would have written, too. I don't know who did the lyrics, but...
Yeah, let's look at the songwriting credits on this, because kind of the guitar riff has echoes of earlier Talking Head stuff, but for the most part, I don't think I would ever guess this was...
I would not guess this was Talking Heads.
For me, this is a great opening song, though. This is I'm in.
That's the thing. It's too cool. I don't think the Talking Heads could have actually survived in the 90s. Because, they're such a nervous child of, impending nuclear war, very nervous, tight-wound energy. And, this is too hip. It says all songs are written by the people in the band, so...
They selected a really good person for this one, though, because I could totally see this as a John Napolitano song.
I couldn't picture David Byrne singing this at all. Everyone watch out! I'm doing damage! I'm doing damage! There's too much emotional content to it.
You're absolutely right. His whole thing is...
David Byrne is so integral because he doesn't understand how human beings work or how anything works. So he can talk about the most mundane thing like it's some weird alien encounter.
How did I get here?
He's like, what is this food that's on my table? Should I ingest this food?
Is it food?
And that's why I love that goddamn...
How did it get here? I think this is interesting to hear what a band would do with a different... You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is so 90s.
Yes. 96, you said? How is this not more popular?
Because you've never gotten my primer. The Talking Heads had 3 major modes, which was quirky, tightly wound 4-piece, then into avant-garde polyrhythm danceable stuff, and then more back to a traditional band format, doing Americana type sounding stuff, and this fits into none of those categories.
They're having a lot of fun, I can tell. The production is very oh, I'm gonna add this here. Let's throw that in. Ooh, that's dark and...
I'm literally debating right now, do I just buy the song or do I wait and listen to the whole album and buy the whole thing?
Stop buying!
It's $6!
Okay. Here's...
Wait, why did you skip?
A song?
No, the album is $6.
Here's The King Is Gone. Here's Michael Hutchence.
You make no sense.
See, this sounds more like Talking Heads production. This sounds like something...
Who's this singing?
Michael Hutchence.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, he's more of a performer. He wasn't as involved in the...
Yeah, see, this sounds a lot more like... Like, this sounds like it could have been on, like, their Fear of Music album.
Right. No, I just want to say, like, Michael Hutchence, you think of as more of, you tell me what to do.
He's too sexy.
Napolitano is more like, no, this is what I do.
Yeah, why did they get so many sexy people for this? Like,
they were probably trying to get attention.
This not more popular?
The Talking Heads are like anti-sex.
No, but nerdy sex.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, a couple of the best songs of my lifetime, like
Once in a Lifetime.
Like that. Yeah.
I think this is a not so veiled reference to David Byrne leaving, but I've never read the lyrics.
Sorry, what's this one called?
The King is Gone.
Okay, not so veiled. Sure.
Oh yeah, that guitar riff in the left channel is like straight out of from like their Remain in Light album.
Yeah.
Like if this was a more complex rhythm, it would just be straight from that.
See, I'm listening to this, and this is a throwaway early '80s In Excess song off of Shabu Shabbat.
Yeah, yeah. This feels like a weird mashup of In Excess and Talking Heads.
Like there's horns here in a weird, like for In Excess it's fine, like you expect it, but for Talking Heads it's coming in at a weird point.
Yeah. Wait, the lyrics are "They came from the second city."
So I don't think it's just Michael Hutchence. I think if you look at, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the In Excess people are involved in this. This has a very
like either production or instrumental.
Yeah, half the production, it's just like competing producers, like the In Excess producers over here, and then like Talking Heads producers, like.
Yeah, this sounds like that. The vampire movie. This has that vibe of the, you know what I'm talking about, the one with Kiefer Sutherland in it.
Yes, the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, that's it. Because In Excess was very involved in that. It seemed like, but then you listen to the songs and it's like this. It's kind of very, I mean, they're there, but.
Okay, the lyrics are too vague. I don't think this is actually, there's not enough there to actually say this is a reference.
Oh, you think they dialed it back?
Yeah,
this is exactly what you said it was, but they dialed it back. Maybe
it's possible.
Of course, that's what I mean.
All right,
maybe
that's all we're talking about.
Sued for the name?
No, it's The King is Gone. It's like, who else would it be about?
That sounded, for the most part,
Rod Stewart.
It sounded like a really slowed down Talking Head song with Michael Hutchence singing. Here's Debbie Harry, No Talking, Just Head, which is a song about a blowjob. This is a pretty cool song.
Because that was Debbie Harry's whole...
Just another super 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Not the worst image to have. I don't know how women feel about it, but as a man, I gotta tell you that...
She's a smart lady.
Good sales. Like that.
This would be awesome if David Byrne had sang this. I'm giving a blowjob. My mouth is on a penis.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me Blondie was singing this, I wouldn't even know it. She's just totally...
I'm down on my knees, looking for something.
But this could be anybody.
You may find yourself...
Sucking this man's dick.
Motherless child.
You may find yourself asking, who the hell is this guy?
Motherless child, is that just like the ubiquitous term for sperm?
You may find yourself fondling the balls of a large man. Sorry, David, wherever you are.
No, he's fine. He's got bazillions of dollars, and he has the beautiful suit that he wears everywhere with no shoes.
Yeah, this could have been like in a Matrix sequel. I don't know. It's like extreme 90s cyberpunk soundtrack.
I don't think Blondie's...
You say greasing it real good?
I don't think Debbie Harry's doing anything to make this uniquely hers.
I don't know. I've never thought she was a particularly great singer. I mean, I like her.
Yeah, but she's like... Now that you say it's her, I know it's her, but she's not doing anything to make it stand out. I don't know. I mean,
this one kind of comes across a bit like overcompensation, like, oh God, like, thank God he's gone. We were so tightly wound and such a nervous band.
Now we can make a song about blowjobs.
Yeah, now we can say f*** in a song. It's like they had in their notebook just like the dirty section, like, finally. Like, David, can we please do my blowjob song, please? Here's Never Tell from Richard...
What is it, some kind of airline?
Never mind. Richard Hell from Richard Hell and the Voivoids, I think. I don't know much about Richard Hell other than he's a name that I've heard a million times, and I know that he's from the Voivoids. Sort of punk icon, the Blank Generation. You know who loves fresh food? People with stomachs and digestive systems.
You may ask yourself.
You, Kroger.
How did I get here?
Do you know anything
about... And you may ask yourself.
Do you know anything about Richard Hell and the Voivoids?
How do I order a pizza?
I've started listening to more punk lately.
And you may tell yourself, you need to get up and mow the lawn. And then you may find yourself...
My foot has been caught in the blades.
How did I get here?
My God, where is my foot?
Letting the days
This
go
is
by.
A long-ass Kroger commercial.
Water flowing underground. Richard Hill. It's a hill.
Give him hell, Richard.
Give him hell.
Take me to the water.
I don't like this.
Don't know.
I don't like it. This is making me paranoid. I love you
like I do.
I feel like it's a question you should ask yourself whenever you're making anything.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you bother?
So this is a total breakup album, like overcompensating breakup. Where you're like, I'm gonna go f*** a lot now thing. So far it has a lot of echoes of their main repertoire, but yeah, like the Sexy Time lyrics is sort of the antithesis of the Talking Heads.
Yeah.
It's going to be alright.
It's so 80s. Like, so far after the fact.
Yes, it's not ahead of its time.
Hurting my ear.
So there's a really funny episode of Documentary Now, if you ever watched that show. Fred Armisen and the one guy, I can never remember his name, from SNL. Oh, Bill Hader. They do the show where they just spoof documentaries.
I've heard about it, but
I was almost like pissing my pants laughing on the one they did for Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads movie concert. Where was I going with that? Oh, because it's become like a joke or a cliche of like David Byrne's sort of self-indulgent with like world music and stuff. At one point during the concert and Documentary Now, they just bring out like some Tibetan bell flute choir group or something.
Right.
And like the rest of the band hates him for like all this self-indulgent bullshit. But like clearly it's something that's missing here. It's like the adventure and the spice of okay, here's some weird sound I'm interested in. Let's go full throttle into that. Here you're kind of getting into like mid-tempo slog. Next, here's No Big Bang, another sex song, probably. Wow, this is totally 90s. I don't know who Maria McKey is. I'm about to look it up. Good podcasting happening right here.
We got this.
We have this.
Maria McKey. She is a person. She is best known for her work with Lone Justice.
Other humans.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, what did we in the middle here, we're running into a lot of 80s throwaway sound.
No, this definitely sounds like Matrix music.
Really? I would call this pre-Crow soundtrack music.
Yeah. the Crow, yeah. Like whatever. Any movie that would have been shown at noon on Fox in 2000, this was on the soundtrack.
No, wait. What was that theater at ISU called that they played the movies all the time? Do you remember?
Yes. Capon.
Yeah, anybody that went to Illinois State University knows Capon. It was like, here, come watch this free movie that we're pretty sure nobody's going to spend one thin dime to watch. I see you, along came Polly.
Wow, so the singer on No More Lonely Nights doesn't even have an internet presence. Somebody named Malin Annateg. Hello, Malin, if you're out there, I will tag you in this. Please
let me know where you are.
Please let us know who you are and how you got a singing gig on this, because the internet's not telling us anything. Like,
I kind of like this one though.
Like everyone has a hyperlink. Well, this is Maria McKey. I'm saying in 2 songs.
Nancy McKee.
Maria McKey.
Kiki Medee.
She's from some minor UK.
Remember Solid Gold?
I do.
And the Solid Gold Dancers. Kiki D.
Why didn't you tell me there's a Huffable reading?
I almost lit it for you.
Oh god, that's very cotton candy. The fuck is this shit? Here's Sean Ryder, who I don't know who that is. Don't
Buy
take my
some
kindness
toilet
for
paper.
weakness.
Buy some toilet paper.
Man, this is so 90s. Oh, from the Happy Mondays.
I don't even know what that means.
Kind of an late 80s English guitar
pop
band. It was kind of a little bit pre-Oasis with like the Britpop sort of thing.
Okay,
kind
yeah,
of jangly guitar.
Okay, like Jesus Jones kind of thing. I feel like a Jesus Jones vibe going on here.
In that ballpark. I like the Happy Mondays. Well enough.
No, it's interesting how you can just say the right band and then you're just like, I know what you're talking about.
Alright, since I'm bored, I'm just going to think of other artists they should have had on here that were...
Bono. Oh, I'm all into growing wheat for hungry people.
U2 is like on the polar opposite other end from Talking Heads, so no.
So,
The Edge.
Is that not a no-brainer?
The Edge. Obviously, Adrian Belew. Hannah Montana. She would have been 0. She would have been 2 years old, maybe. I don't know. Who else? Throw out some names that should have been on this album.
Scott Weiland.
Yeah, Scott Weiland.
He was in everybody's pie. In the late 90s, he was sticking his fingers everywhere.
Eddie Vedder. The guy from all of the grunge singers from the 90s. The guy from Collective Soul.
The guy from Reality Bites.
Evan Dando from Soul Asylum.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier, and it was like, oh, yeah, that guy.
They probably should have gotten a black person to sing
75 movies. But it's the guy
Ringo.
The black guy
Ringo
from In Living Color.
David Allen Greer. Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum. Who else? They should have got the guy who did Thunder Island. Michael McDonald. They should have had Michael McDonald on here.
No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald.
No, and no.
In
the mid-90s?
You're going way too
fine,
far
realistic.
back.
Who are some like kind of post-punk
Michael B. Jordan?
80s new wave icons that they were missing for this? They did a good job with getting Andy Partridge from XTC. That was a good choice.
Joe Strummer was still alive. He was still doing shit, and then he died. He ran marathons and he got cancer. Marathons give you cancer.
I just can't think of anybody in the ballpark of David Byrne.
Do me, baby.
They didn't. The Talking Heads are the Talking Heads. They don't fit in with anything.
They were post-punk.
Dean Martin.
Post-punk was always the greatest way to describe the Talking Heads.
They should have just gone weirder. Like gotten Dean Martin or...
Jerry Lewis.
William Shatner.
Right.
Hold on, I need a cigarette. Can't seem to face up to the facts.
Oh my god.
I'm tense and nervous. I can't relax.
Oh my god.
What was that, at Christmas? I about pissed myself. That was so funny.
Here's No More Lonely Nights with somebody named Malin Annateg. Yeah.
So we didn't bother getting anybody.
Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Far better. Run away.
This woman's balls are very tiny. A girl was fucked by a dog.
God, it was just it was like so much tightly wound suppression to just like, finally we can just say fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the whole thing sounds like. I told you. Oh shit. Nobody's listening.
I'm not digging this time because I remember when I first...
I was all in on the first two.
When I first figured out...
that last one.
When I first figured out this existed, I was like, this is pretty good. I think I was just happy I found more Talking Heads material. This isn't very good.
It's terrible. It hurts my balls.
Like, they're just not doing anything. Like, they're not playing in this ensemble. They're being a backing band for guest singers.
I sort of like this song.
Yeah, this is at least trying something
way to be a follower.
Different. But she's the one that makes it interesting at all. It's got nothing to do with the band.
But not really singing.
See if I can find any more information on Malin Annateg. There's really nothing. Like, the name shows up.
Yeah, she was the maraca. She was the maraca player on Missing Persons from the 80s. She finally got her big break and she blew it.
I don't know. This is her only all music credit. So maybe they just found this person doing an open mic night somewhere.
We just recorded her.
It was somebody's cousin.
That's kind of weird because usually
hey, we need one more for the album.
Oh.
Usually you would at least find like even like a small like a small fan site or something. Oh, I wish this was on this album.
Ooh, that would have been a great song on that album.
Free, set them free. If you need somebody, file
sell
your
them
taxes.
credit cards.
Set them free, set them free. You can control an independent of what you can't keep. Oh, you sting. Wherever you are. Hey, one that sort of sounds like a Talking Heads song if I can ever get the volume up. Yeah, here's Indie Hair with Ed Kowalczyk from Live. Yeah, he's kind of Michael Stiping it up on this song. Michael Stipe! Why didn't they get Michael Stipe?
Free.
You're missing Eddie.
Free.
You're missing Eddie Kowalczyk of Live doing his best R.E.M. impression.
I'm sorry, I had to pee.
Yeah, he really sounds like Michael Stipe on this one. Can you please just sound like Michael Stipe for us? We couldn't get Michael Stipe, so that'd be interesting. Do like a
Jesus. That is so on the nose.
Yeah, this is the most Talking Headsy song on here. That might be an interesting one to do, like early live, before they went like grunge power ballad stuff, and they were more in line with this, like a more. You
just reminded me of another one.
Stretched out R.E.M.
Remember that? What was the band?
It was a pretty good song.
I Won't Tell No One Your Name. Remember that band?
Yeah.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls. I'd love to do their first album. Like, before they turned into the ballad for a soundtrack band. Like,
oh! No wonder the chorus of this sounds just like a song from R.E.M's Reckoning.
Oh.
Anything. Damn it.
This is like...
it's almost the same thing. Let me look it up. I wish I knew the lyrics to R.E.M. songs. Yeah, it's basically the same song. No wonder I was thinking R.E.M. Harbor Coat, 70 Chinese Association.
Wow.
Letter never sent.
This once you said R.E.M., now I'm just like, that's all I can hear.
Anything. I mean, why not?
No, it's like the tempo and the guitar riff.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna rip something off, at least rip something off. It's interesting.
This could totally be a song on Shiny Happy People album. Could totally fit right in there with Green or something.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier than that though, because it sounds the hook of that is straight out of some R.E.M. song. I can't think of whatever. Here's Punk Lolita with Debbie Harry,
Document.
Jeanette Napolitan, and Tina. Oh hey. Oh, this is a pretty cool song. I remember this one. Yeah, like Tina Weymouth, she's like bassist / guitarist / moral support. She can sing pretty well. Like can't really like sustain notes or anything, but she has a good voice. So I don't know why she didn't just. Because she sang all the... Man, I have brain damage.
Dane Bramage.
Tom Tom Club. Yeah, so she has a nice voice. She's not a good singer, but I don't know why she didn't just do more herself on this. I guess they didn't want people to think it was just like a Tom Tom Club album.
Right.
Who the cares?
But being a pop singer is a lot of times just knowing what your limitations are and working within them.
Yeah.
I like this one too.
I like Michael Hutchence. He was on here earlier, and he reminded me of how he can't sing. He has a breathy. He does this like breathy under singing thing, like where he's like, "This is annoying." So many things going on for me.
No, this is what 90s was. This is good. This was coming out at the same time as the...
It's at least got a cool groove.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. That was fun. This is fun.
Keep in mind, it's 1996.
Yeah, it's 1996. You liked like 4 bands in 1996.
Fair enough.
This would have been great at the Bistro.
God, it's so boring.
Well, that's because you're not high... and dancing and sweaty and getting sweaty all over whoever is
Remember
next
in that
to you.
one podcast and you said, this is why I don't do gay clubs or whatever?
That's what was so great about it back then.
You want to get pounded by a hairy white man?
Here's Gordon.
He's going to totally take care of you.
There's somebody named Gordon Gano singing if anyone wants to look that up.
No, I'm completely annihilated by this album.
I'm halfway to downloading the whole album.
You like it?
I like 4 songs right now out of 12. The whole album costs $6. If I find 2 more songs I like, I can just download them.
You're terrible. God, you spend money on stupid shit.
Think of it this way. It's not shoes.
Yeah, there's approximately...
Think of it this way. This is stupid.
There's 28% of this album that actually sounds like the Talking Heads. The rest of this is like It's like nobody wants to go too far out ahead. It's all...
Yeah.
It just sounds like a backing band.
Gordon what?
This is
Gordon
Gano, Gano. Gordon with an A.
What was the point?
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds like this wasn't really anybody's vision.
If you're gonna be a completely different band, be a completely different band. Just do it. Fuck it.
Gordon James Gano?
I wouldn't.
Of the Violet Femmes?
Oh, that's him. Oh, I
and
hear
now
it
I can hear it.
Duh. Oh, totally. Yeah.
What?
This is Violent Femmes Gordon.
Why are they not letting him Violent Femmes it up?
Yeah.
What the f*** is this? Why would they pick this song for him to sing on? What a stupid choice. I hate this album.
Who chose this? This is bullshit.
This is probably the 5th or 6th time I've listened to this album. I remember the first few times thinking this was pretty good. It's hot garbage.
Well, I'm with you. There's about half of it that's...
I seem to be the thing that makes you hate everything you listen to.
No, I never came into this one like, hey guys, there's a secret gym.
Like, I like to...
I'm totally indifferent on this.
I like to make people like things that they didn't think they liked. That makes me feel better. I'm not against, when you tell me you like something and I will point out in 10-point detail why you shouldn't like it. But it's, for instance, we always go back to Van Halen because that's our big backup here all the time. It's just like, yeah, but they're the perfect party band. You don't want to see these guys at your house showing up and playing songs while you're at a party because you'd pass the out.
Yeah, you know what the problem is? The production is super sterile, but that's not the main. The main problem is the band.
They didn't reach out and do anything to make you go, oh, this is why I should listen to you when David Byrne's not here.
Well, the band
they never did anything.
The band is
right?
so freakishly like uniform. Nobody's going out ahead doing anything. It's all just. It's like a really dumb wall of sound. Hey, Indie Partridge! Finally got to some sort of XTC. Why didn't they just get him to do the whole thing? Because
this sounds more like the Talking Heads.
He's a self-admitted XTC fan, sort of in the same ballpark. Both quirky. I mean, he was more like flowery, psychedelic, but still.
I have become a complete XTC convert. I love XTC.
They should have just got him to do the whole thing.
Would have been hard for him to talk about being f***ed by a dog.
Last one, here's Gavin Friday. Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
I'm still not sure who the Buzzcocks are, but they were the answer to the trivia question on the rock and roll trivia. The answer about anything about punk or art rock, and the answer was always the Buzzcocks. And if it wasn't,
it sounds like
it was only one.
It sounds like Leonard Cohen.
Yes, sleepy Leonard Cohen.
Man. First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin. Okay, so there's like a third of this album that kind of sounds like the Talking Heads. I don't know what the hell this is. This is just straight up Leonard Cohen, but without the interesting Leonard Cohen lyrics.
Who's Leonard Cohen?
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
sorry. I don't mean to make you piss yourself or anything.
I'm giving this a.
I was being funny.
I'm giving this a 58 point.
Gavin, what?
It's all right. It's passable. It's sleepy. It's a lot. Gavin Friday. It's largely a lot of.
You're halfway through typing that name and it still hasn't come up.
I like Johnette. And then it just went downhill from there.
Shockingly, he is an Irish singer-songwriter from the Virgin Prunes.
Is the shit.
A band that broke up in 1986. He's also a composer, actor, and painter.
I don't know. Final impressions, I'm done with this. I'll probably never listen to this again.
It hurts.
There's a couple.
It hurts, doesn't it?
There's a couple.
I'm gonna listen to it at work tomorrow.
There's a couple of interesting tracks. Otherwise, it does not at all fit into the Talking Heads repertoire.
I agree with that
Ziggy
completely.
is sound asleep. Well, now he's awake. But...
Ziggy is completely passed out.
Give your rating. I gotta pee and then leave. Never gonna see that again.
And we've ruined another album for Brett.
Here's what I like about our podcast is sometimes I learn that I like an album that I didn't know about before. This is one of them.
Shut up! Why? It was just like the cheesiest bits of cheese.
I kind of wish we had done this and Genesis album, Calling All Stations. That would have been a good twofer. Because I think they ran into the same problem of like, oh god, we could just milk the name, but we still have to kind of reinvent minus one of the wheels sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, coming up with the reinvention just becomes too much effort.
I can't do it no more!
You can feel it petering out while it's happening. It's like the same thing with the Calling All Stations album.
She bought it while we were listening to it.
I just paid 50 cents a piece for them.
It's the worst.
You could have fed a starving child for 3 years.
Ugh.
Probably. I enjoyed it not as a Talking Heads album, but as a fan of mid-90s pop.
At least it wasn't under the name The Talking Heads. Mm-hmm. So they didn't totally taint...
David Byrne really nailed that.
They didn't taint the legacy.
Yeah.
I sue you!
It was so not a Talking Heads album.
That's my review. I sue you! I sue you with slander.
Yeah, sometimes...
It could have been a sound check. So they had a different lead singer for every song. Every song had kind of a different sound.
The point is, not all music lawsuits are bad. Bye, everybody. Somebody...
Stop buying.
It's $6.
Okay. Michael Stipe! Why didn't they get Michael Stipe?